Immediate thoughts, Louie.
Was that Beck?
No.
Because it reminded me a little bit of I'm a loser, baby.
Oh, yeah,
for whining. Immediate thoughts, I didn't hate it, so Nigel Thomas, he got one wrong. Hey?
Did you like it?
It was all right.
I could see at the start you wanted to like it, and then as it went along, I could see you losing interest. And I knew. I'm starting off mild here, Louie.
Oh, did they go down here? I mean, right, okay.
This is I'm easing you into the suffering, I hope.
I don't know if you're playing some sort of reverse psychology trick on me, and like now I want to like them because you said I'll hate them. But no, that was the main thought I had through it is, what is that musical instrument? It's like a metal thing you hold between your lips, and they go twang, you sort of flick a spring. Do you know what I'm talking about?
That is a Jew's harp, Louie. A Jew's harp.
Can you say that in 2023? Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay, Jew's harp.
Can you call it by its name in 20? Yeah, all years you can call it by name.
Is that? I mean, okay. Well,
it has no relation to Jewish people.
Right. Okay. Good. So it's probably the root of that word is something completely different. It did sound like there was one of them going in the background, kind of, which I found quite funny. You know, the twang. But then what it really?
Yeah, I think it was probably guitar, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, probably a guitar with an effect, but
it's by a guy called Smog. Well, that's the name he released it under.
Okay.
Also known as Bill Callahan, an American singer-songwriter, from the album Knock Knock, that I'm sure you'll want to pursue.
Well, you want my immediate thoughts, right? I was thinking like American road trip, Nevada desert, and then I just thought Area 51. Actually, is that what they called it? With the alien place, the secret.
The alien place.
Like people go on that road trip, and then you hear in the background the twang. And I was like, it sounds like it's like an alien ship.
Sorry, you hear what in the background?
the Jew's harp.
You're in Area 51, and you hear it.
It sounds like an alien spaceship.
Okay.
And there were a few of them, and then it sort of built at the end, and I was just imagining myself there in Area 51. So I think. So I would, give that
I
one
think
a thumbs up.
you were literally. Other people would be joking, but you were literally sitting there thinking of aliens.
Yeah.
I would never have guessed that song. You'd be sitting there thinking of aliens. But I mean, that's
well, dear listeners, write in musicnatters.com. We're on all the socials. You can find them on there. Like, if you agree with me that the obvious reaction to that song is that it's all about Area 51 and aliens.
That's the tumbleweed going by, Louie. It's the tumbleweed, because you're not going to get anyone writing in saying that.
Well, speaking of writing in, I've had a letter.
You've had a letter?
Anonymous letter.
Louie's first letter.
On behalf of, on behalf of the Music Natters. Let's bring it up. Here we go.
How did you get that and I didn't?
Because they deliberately want to be anonymous. So here's what they said, right? Hi, Louie. Enjoying the podcast. Perhaps you could get Nigel to open up about his adolescent unrequited love. And for those of you didn't listen to our previous podcast, number 5. Oh, you're looking nervous now, are you, Nigel?
No.
Number 5 was like songs that make Nigel cry, and we talked about unrequited love. Well,
we'll be doing a volume 2 of that. So. But carry on.
After the divorce. So goes perhaps you can get Nigel to open up about his adolescent unrequited love for a 14-year-old who looked like Ellen DeGeneres. What's her name? Ellen DeGeneres,
Yeah, I know who that is, yeah.
He says...
14-year-old?
All right. So I imagine you were 14 at the same time,
right?
Right? He says, I'm fairly confident she was also a lesbian.
I don't know. 14... Wait, 14...
So when you were 14, did you fancy someone who looked like Ellen?
No, I don't think I did.
Well, anonymous tip-off said you did, and you are all unrequited and like, oh, why didn't she love me? And she was probably a lesbian anyway.
Teenage. No, I don't.
Well,
I can't think of anyone.
Our anonymous tip-off says, I trust this tip-off will be treated in confidence. So I assume that when you say by treating in confidence...
Who is it from? Is it from someone called Paul?
He did also say, keep me anonymous, but I think he can probably guess.
Is it from Paul?
Maybe.
Yeah. I think he's talking about Lucy, and she was not a lesbian.
Did she have short blonde hair?
No. She had sort of shoulder length hair, and then she cut it a bit shorter. But
right, so out flat denial we have here.
Yes,
out. But you did fancy Lucy.
Yeah.
Okay. and it was unrequited.
Oh yeah, God yeah.
Okay, well I'm taking great pleasure in that anyway. Did you do any?
What can I say? We were both young and foolish.
Oh, she was foolish for not loving you back. Did you do any embarrassing sort of 14-year-old behaviour, like buy her roses or something?
Buy her
Write her
roses.
poetry?
No, I don't think I did romantic stuff. I remember there was a different girl who I remember on Valentine's Day. It took me like 45 minutes to walk to her house, and then I think I left either a rose or some chocolates outside her door, and I rang the bell and ran off.
At Valentine's knock and run.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I thought that was kind of romantic, but looking back, I should have stayed there. Stayed at the front door. Why?
The dad's there, like, what?
Why run off? I can't even remember if I left a note. So they might have thought someone's just left some of their shopping at the doorstep. Yeah.
Well, at least you didn't eat these chocolates like you ate mine. So
no, her chocolates were probably well in date though.
Didn't even.
That's how you can tell if I like you. The more in date the chocolates are, the more I fancy you. So yours were very much going out of date. Yeah. Oh, how nice! How nice to receive a message.
Yes.
Thanks a lot for that, Paul. I'll have some stories about him later on. Yeah. Anyway, Held by Smog from the album Knock Knock. I thought you'd like those lyrics as well, because that kind of made me think of you. You know, let myself be held like a little baby.
Okay.
I think, you know, don't we all sometimes want to be going through dark periods? Obviously, you've had a lot more than I have, but don't.
Well, being friends with you,
we all want to
particular dark.
We all want to be held sometimes, don't we?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not instinctively listen to the lyrics. I'm sort of learning that from you. There was halfway through that went, oh, Louie, you should listen to the lyrics. Nigel always talks about them.
Yeah.
But then I struggled to hear them over the twanging.
You probably struggle to concentrate on more than one thing. You just hear the noises, and it's your brain can't process. Well, can't process words at the same time.
I feel like that's how it would actually be if there was an alien spaceship sort of circling. I would struggle to.
This alien thing is so weird.
Oh, but it does. I mean, right? You know, like sitting around a campfire in the Nevada desert, and you know, you get abducted and hose you down with whiskey, and then drop you away. So if they've got plausible deniability.
Oh, yeah.
I think I stole that from The Simpsons. I think that
was The Simpsons, or
something like that,
wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Time for another song, Louie.
Yes.
You won't like this one, I hope. Here it is. It's a great song. Enjoy. Everyone else, but not Louie.